meeting the power to our Madam President Patricia Yap. The floor is yours, Miss Madam President.
Thank you so much. I am taking over the power to kickstart our meeting number 115. Ladies and gentlemen, give yourself a big, big round of applause by waving your hands. Yes, and we will have some of us to take the photo as well. The reason why we take the photo is actually to remember each and every one of us who are here in the meeting on time. Yes, we would like to have Alicia, can you help us to quickly take a snapshot? Thank you.
All right, if you are able to turn your screen on, so Daphne, Sanjuni, and Patty, if you can turn on your screen, that would be greatly appreciated, because we would love to have your beautiful smiling faces. We've only got the 11 people here today, so after free, wait, we'll just wait till Tamizi. Are you able to look into the camera, Tamizi? Smiling people, don't look stressed and depressed. It's all good. Okay, 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful smiles.
Don't look
Excellent.
depressed. That's a good one.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, don't look depressed because we are now in the power of circle. And to kickstart today's meeting, we are so honored to have our very, very first new member. Actually, Arifa is doing her first maiden show at Advanced Audience Speakers. And we are so happy that you are here. So we're going to give you a big round circle to welcome you. A little fun fact about Arifa. Arifa is really young, by the way, right now. She's also a student in Japan. She will be graduating soon. And apart from that, she's also a very passionate Toastmaster. She's serving right now in Area P3 and certainly is serving us as the area director. And that's why she has decided to join us so that she can absorb more leadership vibes and also communication superpower from all of us. And apart from that, of course, Arifa is also sharing her skills, her certainly passion, her energy with all of us. And we are so honored to have her. So ladies and gentlemen, we will now unmute yourself if possible and give Arifa the big, big round of applause to welcome her on the virtual stage. Over to you, Arifa. Yes, over to you, Arifa, our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, President Pat. Hi, everyone. So all in all, it's come into a circle, we count around. The reason why I choose Power of Circle is actually, when we look back, suddenly it came true in a circle. For example, why I am here, why you are here is actually for a reason. So how is actually circles able to help us to grow? This is what I try to deliver in today's theme, the power of circle, is that, did you realize when you are at work and when you are at Toastmaster Circle, it's a quite different vibe. This is where you feel safe and you want to do more and you want to be a better person. So this is the importance of circle we had in our life. So this is also the same kind of thinking that Ralph C. Smedley had on why he wanted to actually charter a club where a small group of people come together to actually learn public speaking skills. He actually mentioned it on his first Toastmaster publication in 1928. So this organization is actually founded by Ralph C. Smedley on 22nd of October 1924 in YMCA Santa Ana, California, United States. Now, that's about how Toastmaster come. But how did advanced #Ardent Speaker come by? It's actually chartered on June 14, 2021. And I just knew that they have 3 firsts of it. They are the first lunch community club. We are the first lunch community club, and we are the first virtual advanced club in District 51. And one more thing that I just knew In Malaysia, we are the first club to have hashtag in our club names. Wow, that's a really impactful fun fact I knew about our club today. Now, to make this meeting go more vibrant and being kept, so allow me to invite Toastmaster Herlina, our Grandma Harian, to actually introduce herself and her roles for today. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arifah. Okay, for all members, the word of the day for today is accountability. So what does it mean? Accountability is the fact or condition of being accountable or responsibility. And the use of words, it can be used in sentence as example, lack of accountability has corroded public respect for business and political leaders. I'm also the counter for today, so I'll be counting all the words feelers, so watch out. And I'll be presenting my report at the end of the meeting today. Over to you, Toastmaster Arifah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Herlina. Now, I would like to invite Toastmaster Daphne, our timer or Rolex of the day. Over to you, Toastmaster Daphne.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Basically, for timer, it is my duty and responsibility to keep track of the time of each speaker as well as role player to ensure that we end our meeting on time. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Daphne. Definitely our grammarian, our counter, and our timer is our accountability partners for today to ensure that we are on time, we are using the correct language, and also refrain from using our fillers, our pauses and fillers. So let us jump to the next section. My honorable boss, I would say, our Division P director, Hui Ying, will be our table topic master of the day. Now, allow me to pass the stage to my beloved partner in crime, Toastmaster DTM Hui Ying. Over to you.
Thank you so much to our Toastmaster of the day, Arifah. Yes, indeed, we are the partner in crime in Division P. All right, so as your table topic master for today, I have interesting topics for everyone, which also align with the theme of the meeting today, the power of circles. So I have few topics here with me, and I would really love if there are anyone who are attending the meeting today to be able to volunteer. Otherwise, you will be voluntold. So since all of you here are Toastmasters, I will not brief through the rule. We have the timer here that will be flashing the virtual background at 1 minute, 1 minute 30 seconds, and 2 minutes to indicate your timing. So without further ado, let's kickstart with the very first table topic speaker, who would be the person. Patsy, would you like to give it a try? You're on mute, Patsy.
Okay, can you hear me? I just got home. I just want to make sure audio is okay. Can you hear?
Yes, I can. Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a try.
Okay, so I have number 1 to number 5. Which one will it be?
Oh, wow. Usually I choose the middle. How about 3?
Okay, 3. So it's all about the power of circles. So the topic I have with you is share with us an experience or a moment in the circle of mentoring. Share with us your experience or a moment in the circle of mentoring. Over to you, Patsy.
In the Toastmaster mentoring, I believe so.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
You know, the Toastmaster most important asset is mentorship. Do you have a good mentor? If you do, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. I have been Toastmaster for 3 years. I have 2 mentors. Be honest, my first mentor did not really work out. Do you know why? Because as a new member, her curiosity will be the pathway. And my mentor was 70 years old, and he was an old member. So that did not really work out. However, then my second club has a different mentor. She actually had a district experiences. As a new member, we are very nervous. I try to establish a relationship, not easy. But the mentor was so kind enough to approach to me, and she said, Patty, how about you evaluate my speech? Oh my God, I have to evaluate her speech. That's impossible. Have I ever done that the first 6 months? You have to evaluate your mentor's speech. I did. That's why we built a trust. A solid foundation is built between the mentor and the mentee. Today, I am proud myself to be a mentor of few members. As being there before, it actually, no matter it's a failure or a success, that gives me a story to become a better mentor tomorrow. Session Master, thank you.
Thank you so much to our member Patsy. Yes, indeed. For me, we experience being a mentee or protege, and then from there we learn how to be a better mentor. That is about the circle in mentoring. It all goes in a circle. And who will be the next table topic speaker? And okay, Alicia. All right, so we have 1, 2, 4, and 5.
I'll take 4, please.
All right, 4. So earlier we have the circle of mentoring. So your topic would be, Alicia, share with us an experience or a moment in the circle of inspiration. Share with us an experience or a moment in the circle of inspiration. Over to you, Alicia.
Thank you very much, Hui Ying. It's very, Hui. It's very interesting, the circle of inspiration. For me, I want to go back to what the other topic was, the circle of mentoring, because I think you can find your inspiration from mentoring. I was talking before the meeting started about someone who now mentors me. He's one of the very few Australian international directors or past international directors. And I reached out to him about 12 months ago because I was inspired by the words of my past 2 mentors, Karen and Mark Lucas, and they said, reach out and have a conversation. You don't know what's going to happen, because I, hadn't spoken to him for almost 4 to 5 years. So I did. I didn't know what was going to happen, and I picked up the phone, and bang, he answered the phone. And we have a really good relationship to a point that he's actually going to come and speak next month at this club next month on his leadership journey. He's just said yes. He just literally has said yes. I'm talking to him as we are talking right now. And he's had a very interesting life and a very interesting journey, which I'm not going to go into. But I do believe if things had have fallen into the right place, he actually would have been last year's international president, because he was meant to have run against Matt Kinsey. But because of life happening and all that, guess what? He didn't. But I still believe he was the best of the best when it came to the board of directors for his time. It's such a shame, but we're starting to see him again, which is wonderful. Back to you.
Wow. Thanks so much, Alicia, for the inspiring sharing. Yes, indeed, we always experience moments of inspiration, whether or not it's in Toastmasters or whether it's in our personal life or our professional life. So anyone who would love to be the next speaker, Sanduni or Mala? Or Mala, would you like to give it a try?
Okay, what are we giving a try to again? Sorry, I just
Okay.
came in.
All right, we have the table topic session now. So I will be giving you a topic and you will have 1 to 2 minutes to share your thoughts about the topic that is given to you.
Okay, good.
All right, so we have number 3 and 4 taken. So now we have number 1, 2, and 5.
5,
So
please.
5. Okay. So today's theme, as you can see in our virtual background, is all about power of circle. So the topic that will be given is also relating to the power of circle. So your topic, Mala, will be share with us your experience or a moment in the circle of support. Share with us your experience or a moment in the circle of support. Over to you, Mala.
Thank you, Hui Ling. Circle of support. I think it's critical to have a circle of support, but the circles of support, excuse me, the circles of support for me have changed over the years. A few remain constant, but because of the nature of work that I have, I've moved jobs, I've moved locations. I find that irrespective of wherever I have gone, I have been very lucky because the circles of support that I have can be built and also found in the most unexpected of places. I'll give you one example of circle of support. I was posted to a refinery once upon a time, and it was to assist in the divestment of that refinery to China, right? So unbelievably, unexpectedly for me, part of my circle of support, because it was a very unpopular thing that needed to be done. No one wants to lose their job. No one wants to be sold, no company wants to be sold. But I thought I would get the most amount of support really from my immediate boss. And I did, to an extent I did. But surprisingly, my circle of support came from people who were the company driver, who had been working in that place since the refinery was being constructed in 1960. So by the time I was there in late 2000s, he actually had the history of the place, and he could tell me who I needed to speak to, who I needed to get support with, who I needed to watch out for. And that really, really helped in my doing my work well. And as a result, we became friends, and I actually ended up making more friends in the town because of him. He was actually, everybody just thought he was just the company driver to the MD, right? But because he had been there for so long, in that particular location, my circle of support grew because of that one man who had so much clout in that town, so understated, but he was the one that actually helped me and my team with the success of that particular project. So circles of support can come not just, I think, from family, but it can come from co-workers. It can come also from the most unexpected of people outside of work. So yes, circle of support is critical, I find, in my life, whether it's at work or outside work. Anytime it's just a phone call away or a text away. So yes, thank you, Hui Ling. That's all.
Wow, thank you so much, Mala, for sharing with us. Yes, indeed, support comes in many forms, and which is why it all boils down to the circle of colleagues, of network, of friends that we have who are able to support in whatever way possible. So thank you so much for sharing with us. And remember to use the word of the day, which is accountability, as what is shared on the chat by our grammarian. So use the word of the day, accountability. So any next stickers for the table topics? Anyone that would like to try, even though you're taking a role, just feel free to volunteer yourself.
Let me give it a try. I haven't done table topics in a long time.
All right, Alif. 1 and 2, which one?
Let me pick unlucky number 1.
It's always, they are just lucky numbers here. There's no unlucky number. All right, so Alif, your topic will be share with us an experience or a moment in the circle of giving back. Share with us an experience or a moment in the circle of giving back. Over to you, Alif.
The circle of giving back. To be honest with you all, I've rarely been in a circle of giving back, so to say, because I've always been the one taking things, not just giving it towards others. Because when I don't really count what I give, I just take it as a circle that he is like in Islam we call it, we don't own something, we just rent it out. God just give something for us to rent, and when we give out something, it just say that it is no longer ours to own, so we give out. However, in the circle of Toastmasters, I've been serving, just to say, as a last term as an area director. And let me tell, because we have, I think, a number of area directors in this group, and so much higher, like Alicia, division directors, and Hui Ying also division directors. Toastmasters district officers are sometimes a thankless role, so to say. I think we can all agree that sometimes we do this thing, we organize area contests, we organize COTs, and really people come to you, say, hey, Hui Ying, thank you for making that club officer training a possibility. Because without you calling AIA, nothing will be possible. Or Tamizi, thank you for serving as Area P1 Director. I know so far has been quite tough, but persevere. It's a thankless job. However, that's the best part about giving. When you give, you feel something inside. You just say that you are accountable to your role. Oh, I use the word of the day once. And they say that, thank you, everyone. And you just don't count it. You just pay forward. With that, back to you, Hui Ying. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. In Toastmasters, serving as club officer, district officer is also a form of giving back and pay it forward, because we have gained so much, and also it's time for us to impart our knowledge, our experience to more people. We want to inspire, we want to support as many people as possible. So thank you so much for your sharing, and I understand that we are running out of time for today's table topic session, but don't worry, join us in the next meeting so that we can have more amazing table topic session. Thank you so much to all the 4 table topic speakers. Each of you did amazingly well, and with that, I shall hand it back to our Toastmaster of the day, Arifah. Over to you.
Thank you, DTM Hui Ying. Now, the table topic session won't completed without any evaluation. With that, to make it a good round circle, allow me to invite Toastmaster Tarmizi to deliver his table topic evaluation. Over to you, Toastmaster Tarmizi.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Patsy, let me just jump into it. Patsy, share your experience in the circle of mentoring. You shared your experience where you have 2 mentors, and one didn't really actually work out and the other worked out and really helped you move forward. The way you presented your speech was dramatic. You had vocal variety, you had hand gesture, we can see your hands, and you were passionate. I could understand, I could see your passion in when you spoke about mentoring. The only thing that I would love to suggest to you is to keep looking at the camera, not look like sideways. So I was a bit distracted. I'm not sure what's coming next. So with that, thank you. Alicia, now I remember why I read how to evaluate a very experienced Toastmaster. So I'm going to do it a bit differently, because I would evaluate how your speech has impacted me. Personally, I love the way you speak, where you are able to relate back to the story you actually told before the start of meeting. And it was a very heartwarming story. And on a personal basis, I took lessons from that. Reach out. Always reach out. Never hurts. It never hurts us to reach out and ask. That's the most important thing. Thank you for that. Mala, I love the way you do this. Are you a CEO of a company? Or are you a mentor of CEOs? That's how I see who you are. You went through a very difficult phase. We all can appreciate when you have to diverse, and it's a very difficult task. And I like to appreciate that you were able to go down to the lowest ranking and to find inspiration where people who can really support you and provide you actually the best sort of advice. I love the way you told the story and you actually answered the question, which is share the experience of the circle of support. I know this because when we are asked a question, even of our bosses, we must answer the question, whether it's share, state your opinion, and you did that well, and you concluded. Thank you so much, especially I love your hand gesture. Thank you for that. My brother, Alif. Alif, thank you. Thank you for acknowledging that being a district officer is a thankless job. Well, you put it based on your experience and how you actually gone through the process. And I'm sure all of us, especially me, who is a new district officer, is going through that process. It is not easy, but you have given us the sort of comfort that, yeah, we can do this. All we need to do is persevere. My only suggestion for you for improvement is, if you could answer the question, tell us what is your experience when you are within that circle. Because the question was asked, please share us an experience. With that, all four are accomplished speakers. You've got a story to tell, you answered the questions, and you conclude, and it touches my heart. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tarmizi, for the eloquent evaluation. Now, let us move on to our speaker, my beloved Vice President Education of Advanced #Ardent Speakers, Sri Sin, with her title, The Power of Focus. The Power of Focus, Sri Sin. Take it over to you.
My dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, in our life, we all have countless battles and war. Do you agree with me? So, yeah, we all have it. But the most important thing is, how do you respond to all of these life problems? You can answer in the chat box. For me, most of the time, what do I do? How do I respond? The first thing is, I just cry. I know that this brings anything, any solution or anything, but I just can't feel, so I just cry. I feel depressed. So let me share you these days what's happening in my life. I created a Facebook page, which is Journey to Victory, Public Speaking in English, because I really love to build the public speaking skills, presentation skills to our children in Myanmar. I know that which is inevitable for all of us, public speaking presentation skill, because to express our stories to the people, to express our feelings, to express our dreams with the world, with other people. So I really want to build these skills, all of my students. That's why I created this for my students. Journey to Victory, Public Speaking in English. It went well, it was going well. And I would love to take another challenge because I joined some other speaking clubs in our country, which is not related with Toastmaster. They say they are training public speaking. But I see like they don't have like exact system like Toastmaster. They don't know much about public speaking. They are just like go in front of the people and share, just share like this, and they name the topic we are practicing public speaking. So I just found out that point. And I love to share with these skills that I learned in Toastmaster in my real life with my friends and our youth. So I got an idea that, oh, and then Journey to Victory, public speaking in English, I love to do something for our youth because I have the networking, I have the circle of my friends and of these people, the youth. So I love to create something. So what did I do? I just like announced on my page, let's practice our public speaking together and let's find our victory together. So I posted on my page, which was in-person meeting. You know what happened? I just prepared everything, the food, the chairs, the meeting space, everything, the posters, but there was no one on that day. First time I was so depressed, you know, I just like waiting for the people. Even my best friends, my friends didn't come. I was so depressed. I just shout and cry, but I didn't give up. I tried second time. Second time I announced on my page again, and I sent to every single group that I know in our my friends, other group, youths. Again, in the second time also, no one can show up. Again, I just cry again. And I just like depressed a lot. I couldn't focus on anything. And I just like one of my best friends say, I told you, Xuejin, just do for the children. I told you, right? Don't do for the youths. Just focus on the children. And I just like, why? I can do it for the youth too. I have the skills that I learned in Toastmaster. I have a very strong desire. I want to share all of these skills with our youths. I see some of the speaking club, they are just like they say public speaking, but nothing there. Just standing up and sharing. They don't know the art of public speaking. I love to share these valuable skills with them, what I learned from Toastmaster. I want to apply all of these skills. So I depressed and then I didn't do anything. And one day I was in a meeting with my mentor, who is our passionate President Patricia Yap. She shared me, Xuejin, you know what is the most important thing in life? What is powerful? Your focus. Your focus should be on the solution, not on the problems. If you focus on the problems, you will see more problems, you will see more problems, and you can't find the solution. So focus on the problems. You will see the solution. Focus on the solution, so you will see how to solve it. So I just started to think of like, what can I do? What place did I wrong? Okay, I just started my meeting with in person. So people can't come to my place. How about I start my club with online? So everyone can join from anywhere. How about the time I choose for them? The day, maybe Saturday night, Myanmar time, 8:30 to 10. So people can join. I just like started to focus on the solution. What place did I wrong? What can I learn the lesson from that? And then how can I do better? I started to think of the solution and I focused on the solution and I found more and more. I feel the power of focus. I feel, what can I do more? What can I do different next time? So my dear fellow Toastmaster and guests, we all have complex battles, problems, and wars in our life. But it's okay. Whatever life decided to throw into you, it's okay. Just whatever happened, accept it, because we can't control the past. We can't control the problems. But what we can control in our life is our focus. our focus, which is very powerful. Please focus all of the things, all of your emotions and your attention, focus on the solution. You will see the result, you will see more power, you will see what you can do better and better, and you will see the meanings in your life. So please focus on the solution, everyone, not on the problems. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Shui Sin. Toastmaster Shui Sin is a great storyteller and I would say an enthusiastic motivator. Yet, she needs accountability. With that in mind, allow me to invite distinguished Toastmaster Alicia, her evaluator, to evaluate Shui Sin evaluation. Over to you, Alicia.
Thank you very much to our Toastmaster of the Day, Arifa. And it was really wonderful to hear Shui Sin revealing and giving a bit of her own personal journey today. I like the innocence that Shui Sin has delivered here today on the virtual stage in front of all of us. So some of the things I would love to focus on, and I might also focus on the fact that, can I get spotlighted with Shui Sin as well? So could the Zoom master please spotlight Shui Sin so that I can actually have the conversation with her and everyone else? Thank you very much. I felt that this was a very passionate and persuasive speech. So if you think about passion, it's about where it comes from. And Shui Sin actually said she gets depressed, she cries, and she is quite emotional when she delivers and when she thinks about her topics. So that's where I think the persuasion has come in, because it balances with the passion. And I really think that she was holding her accountability there as well. I like the fact that she had the vulnerability as well in this particular speech and really stood up and shine on the virtual stage. I think that this was about life's lessons as well. What lessons have we learned? Do we keep on focusing on the problem, or do we focus on the solution? And Shui Sin had to have that balance of, I was always focusing on the problem, then rather than digging deep and thinking about the solution. If it means I have to do it 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 100, 1,000 times, I'll think about the solution and I'll get to the end of it. So thank you so much for those results driven, focusing on the solution rather than the problem. When it comes to feedback, I would have loved to have seen the Facebook page that you've actually got set up so that we can actually look at the journaling side of this as well. So one of the requirements, because this was about understanding emotional intelligence, and I think when it comes to the purpose statement, there's 2 parts of this. I think it's really important to look at the 2 parts of the purpose statement. The purpose of this project is for the member to cultivate an understanding of how her emotions impact relationships. She shared that. It is also designed to help the member identify how others' emotions impact her emotional state. She shared that, and especially with her relationship with Pat, especially about focusing, and Pat was probably very direct in this process of getting direct and getting to the point and focusing on the solution rather than the problem. I think the one that I want us to focus on for the challenge is the purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of her experience journaling the emotions or being aware of the emotions when interacting with others, especially the journaling side. I didn't get that in this speech. So I would have liked to have known, where did you actually journal it? How did you journal it? Did you do it on Trello? Did you do it on Facebook? Did you actually do it on your, on a notebook? What did you do to read and reflect on that? Because it's really important for us to see, especially in this particular speech, how did you actually do it? Did you reflect on it with your mentor, Pat, and what you did for the solution? So have the chronological timeline. Past, what happened in the past? This is what happened. In the present, what's happening now? And what was the solution for the future, so that you can overcome, share that journal, and be able to grow and develop from there. But overall, Shui Sin, a very wonderful speech, very thought-provoking, and made us think about accountability, made us think about the passion, also making us think about life lessons, not the problem, the solution. Think about how you journaled, maybe deliver this again at a future meeting. Think about the journal. What is it that you actually wrote in that journal? Share the journal, not all the actual content, but share what you actually did with the journal. And what is the solution in 6 to 12 months' time if you have to go through this issue again? Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you to Alicia. Now allow me to invite our accountability partners of the day, our grammarian, Toastmaster Herlina.
Thank you, our Toastmaster of the day, for word of the day, accountability. I'm sad to announce that we have very few speakers that mention word of the day today. Arifah has actually mentioned 3 times, but somehow I found that her use of word of the day in her sentence was not really correct. Because she mentioned our accountability of today's meeting. I think she wants to mention something that everything that we speak of today will be accounted for. And the other accountability is she needs accountability when Shusin was actually ended her speech. But I think she wants to mention that her speech will be properly evaluated and be accounted for. And also the last one is for the accountability when you call out my name. You mentioned 3 times, but I don't think I can, because of the use of the sentence was not, the use of the word was not really right. So I have to like, not just doesn't fit the word of the day. But we have few speakers who has mentioned this successfully. Alicia has mentioned it once. And also Alif has mentioned it one, but he mentioned accountable, but because he used it correctly, I'll still put it into my count. So yeah, there's only 2 speakers that mentioned the accountability for today. For the good phrase that has been used today, one thing I noticed that Hui has mentioned voluntool. I thought that voluntool was actually something made of, but when I check, it's actually this time I always find it's a legal word. So basically, voluntool is forcefully volunteered. So this is actually a correct word and can be used in our speech. And also, there's a phrase Aleph mentioned: "We don't own anything, we just rent it." I think that is something I find somehow is a good phrase for me today. And giving back and pay it forward. Huin has mentioned this. All we need to do is persevere. Might seems that this is a normal word, but somehow I think that this word is a good phrase for today. We can control our focus on the solution, not the problem. Also another good word for today. Some words or sentence that can be improvised. There's a few I have mentioned just now on the use of the accountability sentence on the words from Arifah. And also I noticed that Shusin has mentioned "I just like" a lot of times in her speech. I believe that that use of the "I just like" is kind of like face fillers. Other than face fillers, it was not really used correctly. Mentioned some of the words, some of the sentences you mentioned, "I just like" depressed a lot. It could be better if she mentioned "I was depressed a lot" and "I just like" why. Other than that, maybe I ask myself why. So that can be further improved. Okay, that's it for my grammarian role, but there's another one, counter. For today, fortunately, we have very few words, false fillers in between. Maybe there's only few speakers, but I think I did not really focus, so I only can find maybe Arifah, there are only 2 word fillers on arm. Shusin has mentioned like 5 times and 1 time, and she mentioned "I just like" a lot of times. Alicia, you know what? I found 2 in your speech. I was like, oh, Nanje, I was like, I think this is like a victory for me because I think this is very difficult. And I noticed like there was 1 time you mentioned but a lot of times, maybe 2 times. Mala, you mentioned you have like 5 times in your speech, and also at 1 time. Other than that, I could not find any, and I believe this is such a big victory to all the speakers today. So kudos. Back to you, Arifah.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Herlina, for her report. Now, allow me to invite our Rolex of the day, Daphne. Over to you, Daphne.
A moment, please. Let me switch on my background first. Okay, for the timers report, I have already shared in the chat box. Anyway, let me off my background. All right. We started at 12:30 exact on time, and then the president took over at 12:31 on time. The Toastmaster of the day took over at 12:34 on time, and then it comes to Toastmaster of Topics Master Hui Ying, who toast a total of 16 minutes out of her 15 to 20 minutes. Now, our first table topic speaker, Patsy took 2 minutes 14 seconds. Alicia took 1 minute 49 seconds. Marla took 2 minutes 47 seconds, which is 17 seconds exceeded the time. Alif took 2 minutes 24 seconds. As for our table topic evaluator, Tamizi, he took a total of 3 minutes 40 seconds. On average, he took 40 seconds to 1 minute plus for each evaluation. Well done. Next, our prepared speech speaker for today, Sui Sin, took 7 minutes 8 seconds out of her 5 to 7 minutes within time. As for Alicia, I need to apologize to you because I overloaded time at a minute. I forgot to change the background to the green and yellow background, but off directly when it hit the 3 minute. And it ends up Alicia took 4 minutes 7 seconds. As for our grammarian, the total time is 4 minutes 28 seconds out of the allocated 3 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Daphne. Now is the time where we all love to take a picture. Allow me to pass this session to our Vice President, Public Relations, Patsy, for photo session.
Oh yes, my favorite task to take a photo for all of our members. So please switch on your camera if Albert, that is okay for you. I'm gonna count. Beautiful, Daphne. Okay, I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3. No, I'm gonna count 3, 2, 1. Count down. All right. And how about Sassy? Sassy, we're waiting for you. I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3. Sassy, okay, I'm not gonna wait for him. So I'm gonna count and 3 and 2 and beautiful smile 1. Yeah, thank you. Nice shot. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Patsy, for a wonderful session, a photo session. Now allow me to invite our members and guests to share their feedback. So, most excited one, I would like to invite Marla to give her feedback.
Thanks, Arifa. Toastmaster of the day, Arifa. For me, coming to Arden speaker sessions are a treat because I'm still quite new to Toastmasters. I'm with TMI KL, and I haven't gone for that many sessions yet, so a long way to go. But what I really enjoyed about coming to Arden sessions is how eloquent everyone is, and I learned a lot from listening to other speakers share. And my particular favorite with every Toastmaster session is the evaluations. Because very often in all the different clubs that we go to, or even sessions outside we go to, people talk, we listen, but no one really gives constructive feedback. And I find that over here, the feedback is very helpful in terms of keeping to time, grammar. You know, if we have a word of the day, you know, we keep track of that as well. And we also highlight not just the areas where people should improve or could improve, but also appreciate when people have made the effort. So yes, thank you, Pat, for the invitation today. Good to be here. Thank you.
Anytime you're welcome to jump into our meeting. Thank you. Yes,
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marla, for your feedback. Perhaps I can have our members to give out their feedback. For example, Albert, would you like to give some feedbacks as a as an audience of the whole meeting. Perhaps you have something to add on?
Hi, sorry, was not able to turn on my camera just now. Good afternoon, everyone. My feedback for today, I joined when the table topic session had already started, so I didn't really hear all the speakers. I'm happy to see Mala here as well. I think today is one of those meetings where I could see some pretty heartfelt sharing, especially the struggles faced by our district officers here, many first-time district officers in the room today. And I can resonate with those challenges. I know it's not easy to be a district officer, right? And I applaud all of you for keeping on with this role even after 2 months. So keep on going. You have the support over here in this group as well as outside the group. And I look forward to attend more meetings in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Albert. Checking in time, we just right in the moment for awards presentation and closing address by our Madam President. Allow me to invite President Patricia Yap. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Now, to stay accountable to the spirit of Toastmasters, it's an honor for me to recognize all the fantastic role players, particularly our Toastmaster Arifah, who took on the challenge to lead the very first advanced #Ardent Speakers meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give her a big round of applause. Thank you so much for a job well done. For me, it's beyond a job. You really showed us your passion to serve. And I thought that is something that I'm so inspired. Thank you, Arifah. And also worth mentioning, I want to spotlight our timer, Daphne, who is not able to turn on your screen. Daphne, you can actually turn on your screen right now. You don't have the time anymore. Now, because she has certainly gone the extra mile. I love the fact that you check with me whether you have a standard virtual background we need to use. And then when we mentioned we encourage creativity in this club, you came up with your own virtual background. Thank you so much, Daphne. And also, it's her first time as a timer. Thank you so much. Now, worth mentioning certainly is also our Division P director, who is not here with us, but regardless of her very busy schedule, she stepped in to give us one of the very fantastic topics that we can take home and really ponder upon it so that we can use all that wonderful circle of supports, what is inspirational support and other dimensions of the circle that we are in, so that we are able to augment our leadership journey experience. And worth mentioning, one of the best speech evaluators, we are so lucky to have her in our midst. Certainly, thank you, Alicia, for going out of the way to show us how to evaluate. In fact, emotional intelligence speech is one of the most difficult subjects, and she highlighted the importance of journaling. From that that emotional evaluation and speech, I was reminded to really stay close to my own emotion. And one of the best methods is actually journaling. I know it can be very scary for some of the men out there, like Tamizi. Would it be scary to you? Because you got to be very true to yourself and honest. And for the ladies out there, some of us are not comfortable as well. So I do encourage all of us to learn from this meeting and to apply after the meeting is over. That's why we are here gathering every week. And once again, I want to give my thanks to Mala. You showed up and you shared with us your stories with no reservation. We love you. Please come back again. And whenever you are ready, we will extend our membership invitation to you, of course, if time permits. And one of the beautiful things, of course, I will need to highlight also Sui Sin. Sui Sin, thank you for taking action. Sui Sin has been going through a lot of challenging moments lately, but she stood up and she got her internet fixed and she delivered a great speech. So I want to encourage myself as well to really be solution focused. Worth mentioning, I'm a little long-winded today because time permits. I need to highlight and spotlight some of the EXCOs and leaders behind the scene. Thank you, VPPR Patsy. who is always there. It's not easy to be advanced hashtag ardent speakers VPPR because you have to come up with posters every week. How's that? It's a tedious role, but the only reason why we are doing it because we are really enjoying the moments. Add the enjoyable element in everything that you do, add in the passion. The work is no longer work because we feel so privileged to serve all of you. Even though there are just 12 of us, it doesn't matter. If there is just 1 or 2, we will still do our best without getting paid. And I feel it's an honor, it's a privilege because not everyone would understand the meaning behind, but we are this group of people who understood the meaning of servicing other people. End of the day, trust me, we are the biggest beneficiary. If you can feel that, give me a high five right now. It's so, so important. That's why we are here in this space. And worth mentioning, Helena, she has a big role as well. She's VP membership. I haven't forgotten her. She has also done her part and also served whenever she's required, she will come and fill in the role. And to do justice, thank you so much, Aleph, who always is there to open the room, the virtual room. It can be rather challenging, but he is always on time, I have to say. Thank you, Aleph, for your service. And Sanduni, I did not forget you. Sanduni is also one of the very new members. She served quietly behind the back by being a timer most of the time, which is very important. Timer, in fact, is one of the underrated roles that I feel everybody should master. Once you are able to master the role of a timer, that's when we are really practicing the muscle of focus. It's so hard. I won't be able to be a good timer. I know myself. And sometimes I do challenge myself to be a timer. So I do encourage all of us to practice what we have learned today, go beyond so that we are able to practice and apply and benefit the rest of our community, our tribe. Okay, now that my speech is so long, it's going to come to an end. And before that, the most exciting moment is, of course, who is the best table topic speaker? Aleph. Drum roll, please, everyone. The best table topic speaker goes to, wow, Hatis, congratulations,
Wow.
Alicia Curtis. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's spotlight Alicia and have a photo taken. Spotlight me as well.
Okay. I'm waiting for.
Thank you.
Yes. Aleph,
All
are you
right.
able to spotlight? Yeah.
Yeah, you both are spotlighted. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. Give me a very nice smile. All right. And 1, 2, 3. Yeah, great. Beautiful photo. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. With this, it's also my honor to declare, yes, our meeting will come to an end right now. And let's remove the spotlighting because I also want to appreciate all the role players today. Aleph, Arifa, Srisin, Alicia, Huiying, Tarmizi, Herlina, and Daphne. Let's have everybody spotlighted if possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are we able to, Ali?
On the way.
Okay, on the way, on the way. Yes, we want to recognize the role players. Without them, there will be no meeting. Conduct in this manner.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm
Yeah,
still
Huiying is
waiting.
here.
Okay, we're ready. Yes. 1, 2,
Yes.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I think that except me, but that is fine because it looks good now. All right. And I'm going to count 1, 2. Swissy already have a 2. Okay, 3. Yeah, great, beautiful. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Now with this, we can remove all the spotlight now. Okay, now next meeting is very important. I know some of you need to take your leave right now. So we are proudly here thanking everyone for your presence and proudly declare meeting number 115 is officially over. Thank you so much. Give yourself a big round of applause. Yes, and
Thank you.
smile and stay back for a word or two. Now next week we are in for a treat as well. We have our most amazing table topics session as always, and also our Toastmaster of the day. Sui Xin, are you able to share with us who the Toastmaster of the day will be?
Oh, wait, I haven't taken.
Yeah, she hasn't, right? See, I make her work very hard. Okay, but just to keep all of you in suspense, actually, Tamizi will be one of our future Toastmaster of the day as well. He comes up with this very important and I thought very intriguing power that all of us are probably wondering what it is. What is it? So do stay tuned. Monday, we are at the same link using the same passcode. Please join us, Mala. Bring a tribe if they are able to. You probably notice, yes, we have less members now because some of them are having lunch meeting. And because of this, we are having separate sessions. Tonight, we are going to have 2 sessions for some of us. I'm going to post a link later. Call me crazy, but we will have additional speaking slots for our members. So tonight, we will have 1 session at 10 o'clock. Another session at 12 a.m. Yes, you heard it right. It's 12 a.m. is a midnight session, very crazy, because we also have members from like Sri Lanka and other places. And this is how we serve our members. We are giving it a try right now. It's a soft launch. In fact, this is one of the initiatives to keep in touch with everyone. So with this, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are having fun time with Advanced #Audience Speakers, and we send you a lot of love. And certainly with you around, the world gets better every time. And stay accountable. And let all of us be accountability buddy. Helena, is that used correctly? Okay, we need accountability buddies. If you don't have, please check us out with this. Thank you so much. Stay back if you want to chat. Otherwise, have fun. Have a great week. For some of us,